Let's all bow our heads in reverence. Our loving and eternal Father, we approach your throne to give you thanks and gratitude. We thank you, Lord, for your goodness and your tender mercies towards us, for putting us to sleep safely through the night and waking us early this morning with our minds and spirit being renewed. As we recognize this week as Special Needs Week, I lift up every child before you, for they belong to you, and they are special and unique in your eyes. Father, I lift up the head of the Special Support System Units, Mrs. Tracelyn Hamilton, and the Education Department. Please remember them in a very special way, that they may continue to carry out their duties which are pleasing in your sight. Lord, I ask for you to remember us as teachers and their parents to exercise our love, our patience, our kindness as we are care for them. Please remember all the others around the world as they are being cared for also. As we continue throughout the week, may you guide and order our steps. In Jesus' mighty and precious name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Teacher Avenel. Sorry for doing this. I didn't get you on time, but can we stand for the national song, please? God bless and Gwilla, nurture and keeper, noble and beauty as she stands midst the sea. O land of the happy, a haven will make thee, all lives and love we give unto thee. With heart and soul we build our nation proud, strong and free. We love her, hold her dear to our hearts for eternity. Let truth and right our banner be. We'll march. Let truth and right our banner be. We'll march. On. Mighty will make her, long may she prosper. God grant all leaders wisdom and grace. May glory and honor ever attend her. Firm shall she stand throughout every age. With hearts and soul we'll build a nation proud, strong and free. We'll love her, hold her dear to our hearts for eternity. Let truth and Thank you. You may be seated. Please allow me to establish the protocol. Honorable Miss Jocelyn Johnson, Principal Assistant, Ministry of Social Development and Education. Chief Education Officer, Mr. Bren Romney. Chief Education Officer, Student Support Services, Mrs. Tracelyn Hamilton. Education Officer, Primary and Pre-Primary, Mrs. Susan Smith. Education Officer, Curriculum, Miss Sandra Foy. Education Officer, Secondary, Miss Cherise Gums. Curriculum Officers, Principals and Deputy Principals. Other government officials, keynote speaker, Mrs. Celestine John, past special educational needs lead teacher, specially invited guests with us virtually, Mr. and Mrs. Ian and Liz Musman, benefactors from the USA, Dr. Steve Sider, professor at Wilfrid Laurier University, Canada, or partner in special education, staff of the Student Support Services Unit, special education teachers and support staff, students, members of the media, our audience, welcome once again. So I will call on a student, Wenika Bryan. Please come to do the official welcome. And to also let you know that throughout, I want to also let you know that throughout the ceremony, we'll be presenting special facts in relation to special educational needs. Wenika, welcome.
Good morning and welcome to you, our guests, who have taken time to attend this open ceremony for our Special Education Week of Activities 2026. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we hope you enjoyed this morning entertainment. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Wenika. Let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you so much. So, fact number one, the person that holds fact number one, please stand and let us hear that fact.
At the Student Support Centers, the students practice life skills such as shopping, laundry, ironing, cooking, and baking, as well as functional activities.
Thank you so much. So we'll have a special selection by the primary centers. Please come forward.
Not yet, just come.
Let us give our students a round of applause again. Great job. We'll have some brief remarks by Mr. Bren Romney, Chief Education Officer.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Today I am pleased, as I am every single year, to offer brief remarks as we begin this week of activities under a theme that is both timely and necessary: special education, reimagine, reframe. For more than 25 years, our education system has been providing services and support to students with special education needs. That history reflects commitment, and it also reflects progress. But this progress has been built by professionals who have gone above and beyond, and by families who have advocated with determination. We acknowledge that work with gratitude, and we honor those who have helped to shape a stronger, more responsive education system. At the same time, this theme reminds us that good history must lead to better futures. To reimagine special education is to look ahead with purpose, to design learning and support that reflect what our learners need now and what our schools must become next. To refrain is to shift from trying to fit students into the system. My apologies. To reframe is to shift from trying to fit students into the system to building a system that fits students. Planning for differences from the start, not treating them as an afterthought, is an excellent place to start. This week, then, is not only a celebration, it is a call to strengthen what works and improve what must change, so that support is timely and consistent, teachers are equipped and confident, families are respected as true partners, and every child experiences school as a place of belonging, high expectations, and real opportunity. Our students, as I mentioned last year, are not a program. They are the purpose of everything we do. And to the educators and support staff who walk alongside them each day, thank you for the skill you apply, the patience you demonstrate, and the heart you bring to this work. Often in ways that go unseen, and in special education, that statement has a lot of depth behind it, because I know the work that our special educators do on a day-to-day basis. And all of your efforts are not without the desired or required impact. To our parents and caregivers, thank you for your trust, your partnership, and for holding us accountable to do right by your children, so that together we can secure the support, the dignity, and the opportunities every learner deserves. May Special Education Week 2026 move us beyond awareness to action, and may the next 25 years reflect an even stronger system, more inclusive, more responsive, and more effective for every learner. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Romney, for those remarks. I will now call on Principal Assistant Secretary, Ministry of Social Development and Education, Ms. Jocelyn Johnson. She'll be presenting on behalf of the Honorable Mrs. Shelia Rogers. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Protocol established, I extend sincere apologies on behalf of the minister who unfortunately could not be here with us this morning due to personal matters. It is an honor to join you for the opening of Special Needs Week 2026 under the inspiring theme, Special Education, Reimagined, Reframed. This theme challenges all of us to see the potential in every child and to ensure that every learner has the opportunity to thrive. Allow me to first recognize and commend the teachers, teaching assistants, and support professionals who dedicate themselves daily to serving students with special educational needs. Your professionalism, patience, and compassion are the foundation of success of these children. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Thank you. Across Anguilla, every child with special educational needs now has a place to learn and grow. Support centers thrive at Alwyn A. Richardson, Adrian T. Hazel, Valley Primary School, Aurelia Kelly School, and Morris Vanterpool Primary. At the secondary level, centers operate at Campus B, Campus Q, including the Dove 2 Center. These centers serve roughly 60 students with diverse needs, including autism, ADHD, learning or developmental challenges, and physical disabilities. These students are nurtured and supported with many learning alongside their peers in mainstream classrooms, supported by skilled teaching assistants. Learning environments are being enhanced with sensory rooms already completed at several primary schools and planned for others. At the secondary level, students with special educational needs are offered 2-year extensions beyond the fifth form, focusing on life skills, functional academics, and work readiness. In collaboration with the Department of Youth and Culture and the Social Services Planner, Mrs. Bibi, the STEP School to Employment Pathways program is being developed to prepare students for meaningful employment. However, while great strides have been made, much work remains. The Ministry of Social Development stands committed to supporting educators, expanding opportunities, and ensuring that every child with special needs is supported. As we observe this week, may the theme, Reimagined, Reframed, inspire continued dedication to the inclusion, innovation, and excellence in special education. I wish you all a successful and inspiring Educational Needs Week 2026. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Ms. Johnson. I would now call on a member of the audience to present fact number 2.
In the mainstream classroom, students with special education needs are supported.
Thank you. And let us welcome students from the secondary centers who will be presenting a poem. Let's welcome them with a clap.
Ser amable es realmente. Lo aprendemos en esta escuela. Cuando compartimos o ayudamos a un amigo, la felicidad nunca termina.
Be kind. Show you are kind. It's easy to do. Come back to you. I see away. Come back to you. Day. It's someone. Hand. Be kind.
Thank you so much, students. Let's give them a round of applause again as they sit. I'm going to call on Mateo to present fact number 3.
Students with special needs spend 2 extra additional years at secondary school to focus on life and workplace skills.
Thank you, Mateo. I have been tasked with introducing our guest speaker. Our guest speaker for this morning's ceremony is Mrs. Celestine John, a well-known educator who started her educational career in 1974. What started as a flicker of enthusiasm quickly became a distinguished flame. Her first principal, the late Mr. Adrian Hazel, spotted it early, noting her willingness to improve and her natural gift for the craft. That gift took her across the Caribbean from the Teacher College in St. Lucia to Mico College in Jamaica, where she specialized in the noble field of special education. Teacher Celestine has always been a champion for the most vulnerable. Whether she was working with students with severe learning disabilities at Stony Ground Primary or leading the Morris Vanderpool Primary School as principal, her mission remained the same: to serve. Even retirement in 2013 couldn't dampen her spirit. She returned to the classroom for 7 additional years as lead teacher at the Dove II Center, proving that her commitment to her students is truly boundless. Beyond the classroom, she has shaped the very landscape of Anguillan education as a longtime president of the Anguilla Teachers Union and a member of the ALHCS Board of Members. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Teacher Celestine to the stage.
Thank you, Teacher Alicia, my grade 1 student, for that introduction.
You're most welcome.
Adopting the protocol established, I bid everyone good morning. Today, as we open Special Education Week, we aren't just making a date on the calendar. We are celebrating a revolution in how we see our children. Our theme this year is Education, Special Education, Reimagined, Reframed. Using the concept of photography, I want to take you through a gallery of Anguillan's educational history, moving from the old blurry images of the past to the high-definition reality of our present. If we look back several decades, the photo of Anguilla education was monochromatic. Special education wasn't just ignored, it was largely unheard of. In that old image, every student was taught in exact the same way. You see, children labeled as slow or lazy simply because they learned differently. Most heartbreakingly, children with mobility or sensory challenges aren't even in the photo. They were kept at home, hidden from the classroom entirely. However, our early visionaries refused to let the image stand. The publication of the Education Act of 1993 was more than just a piece of paper. It was the blueprint for reframing our entire system. These leaders realized that the problem, in quotation marks, wasn't the children. It was the access. With this realization, we began to acknowledge that some children simply needed a different path to reach the same destination. The 90s, therefore, became a hive of activity. We saw the introduction of remedial reading and reading recovery. We saw screening for hearing, vision, and physical disabilities. We witnessed the establishment of the very first special needs units at the secondary school, Orealia Kelly Primary School, and the then Road Primary School. We engaged exchanges with VSOs. That act laid the foundation for the Dove Center at Alvin Allison Primary and paved the way for the school psychologists, counselors, and ESL teachers who are vital to our mission today. This era also brought a new focus on professionalism and training. Our stakeholders realized that passion alone was not enough. We needed expertise. Teachers were sent to Micro Teachers College in Jamaica to become specialists. I remember this era well. It was when I welcomed my first vision-impaired student into a mainstream classroom. The image was changing from one of separation to one of integration. We were finally moving into a world of Technicolor. Today's photo is even more vibrant and dynamic. As Mrs. Traceland Hamilton once beautifully said, and I quote, "We have shifted away from traditional methods to an out-of-the-box approach. In this current frame, we see instead of one-on-one support in mainstream classrooms, instead of isolating students with different learning needs, teaching assistants, better known as TAs, act as the bridge to inclusion. By working one-on-one within a general education setting, TAs ensure that students receive personalized scaffolding without losing out on social interaction with their peers. This promotes a culture of belonging rather than othering. 2, targeted interventions for severe needs. Education is no longer one size fits all. For students with profound or complex requirements, the focus shifts to specialized care. This involves individualized learning plans, IEPs, and clinical support that prioritize the student's well-being and fundamental development, ensuring that no child is left behind regardless of the severity of their challenges. 3, sensory units and assistive technology. The physical environment is now designed to adapt to the student, not the other way around. Sensory units provide controlled environments to help students regulate their sensory input, reducing anxiety and improving focus. While the technology acts as an equalizer, giving a voice and a medium to those who might struggle with traditional pen and paper tasks. 4, fluid integration and reintegration. This modern approach recognizes that a student's needs can change. This seamless movement allows students to move between specialized settings and mainstream classroom based on their current progress and readiness. It is a dynamic system that treats education as a journey rather than a fixed destination. 5, School to Employment Initiative. This is where education meets the real world. By focusing on employability skills such as communication, punctuality, and task management. This program looks beyond the classroom. The ultimate goal is meaningful independence, moving away from busy work toward training that allows students to contribute to the workforce and lead self-determined lives. 6, deepening public and private partnerships. The out-of-the-box approach realizes that special education division cannot do it alone. By partnering with the public and private sectors, school creates internship opportunities for students, shared resources and funding, community awareness that reduces the stigma surrounding disabilities in the workplace. In summary, we now see a system that is flexible, motivated, and deeply human. It is a system that has been truly reimagined and reframed. It is clear that we have made considerable progress in the delivery of special education in Anguilla. To the officers and teachers, past and present, who have worked tirelessly to sharpen this image, thank you. You have ensured that in Anguilla, no child is left in the shadows. Today, our education system is no longer a rigid mold, but a wide lens camera that captures the brilliance in every single student. Let us continue to improve the focus. Let us continue to reimagine. Let us continue to reframe. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. John.
All right, so on behalf of the Student Support Services Division, Teacher Celeste, we want to thank you for taking on this task this morning. We felt that it was quite fitting because of our theme says special education reimagine, reframe. We thought it was quite fitting for a pioneer educator to speak on such a topic because, as you would have seen from the slide, she has the history of the evolution of special education needs in Angola. So once again, thank you, Teacher Celeste.
As Teacher Tracelyn said, quite fitting, very deserving. Thank you again, Teacher Celestine. I'm going to call on a member of the audience, Nyla, to present fact number 4.
Students are supported by a team which includes speech language pathologists, occupational therapists, school psychologists, school counselors, education welfare officers, and school health nurses.
Thank you, Nyla. So I'm going to direct you to look at the screen as you view a slideshow by our Student Support Services team.
Let me see. Bean back up. Bean back up. All right, now I'm going to bring it under. Underhand.
Now go to the number 1 and do 1 up for me. Stand up and do me 1 up. Hop for me 1. Number 5.
Yes, you may. Good job. I like that you were able to ask that
Story.
Let's read that again.
I can write a story.
Using its finger.
I can write a list. No root day is hot. We bash each other with the garden hose. No root. Splash each other with the garden hose. No root day is over, and Mom comes to get me. We have fun. It lives in the rainforest. Look at this bird. It lives in the rainforest. Look at this monkey. Did you know that every child with special needs is unique?
So if you were paying attention, you would have noticed that that slideshow would have highlighted things that our students are doing in our centers. So let's give our teachers and the students a round of applause for their hard work. We'll now have a song by Miss Winika Bryan, supported by Mrs. Avis Michael.
are a chosen generation. We called for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. We called for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm walking in power, I'm walking in miracles. I live my life for favor, for I know who I am. I'm walking in power, I'm walking in miracles. I live my life for favor, for I know who I am. Generation being called for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation being called for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. And I know
way, Nika, you surely demonstrated who you are and what you are in God's favor. Great job. Let's give her a clap once again. Great job, Winika. I'm going to ask Ms. Foy to present fact number 5.
Several students who were placed in the centers have successfully met goals and objectives that enable them to be reintegrated into the mainstream classroom, and they are accepted and are continuing to make progress.
Thank you so much. I'm now going to call Mrs. Aisha Hodge to present the vote of thanks.
And yes, I'm here again, and I'm not Mrs. Aisha Hodge. I would like to present this token of appreciation to Teacher Avisha Webster. Please come forward. As you would see on your program, Teacher Avisha was not the official chairperson for today, but she stepped in on the 11th hour, and she has done a wonderful job. Can you give her a round of applause? And you see, when we push our people out of their comfort zone, you can only grow. And I'm going to tell you, Teacher Avisha, when you were doing your introduction, you made me a chief as well. So Mr. Hodge looked over and said, congratulations. Okay. So I'm going to say thank you for taking on this task this morning. I really appreciated it. Give her another round of applause. And now, Teacher Holly.
Good morning, everyone. I adopt the protocol previously established. My task today is to express our sincere gratitude to everyone who contributed to the success of our opening ceremony and to acknowledge those whose commitment ensures that Special Education Week 2026 will be a memorable journey for our students. The Honorable Shelia Rogers Webster, Mr. Bren Romney, and Mrs. Celestine John, we thank you for your inspiring words. You have challenged us all to keep reimagining and reframing special education. Miss Natisha Davis, our thanks. Our parents, we thank you for your continued support, your presence, and the trust you place in us every day. The staff and students of our student support centers, thank you for all your wonderful selections that enriched our ceremony. Miss Tamara Richardson, for your creative vision in designing our logo annually. The principal and staff of the Orealia Kelly Primary School, we are grateful for your hospitality in allowing us to utilize your auditorium. The clergy and congregation of Outreach Baptist Church, thank you for hosting us as we commence this week of activities in fellowship. The Department of Natural Resources and Agriculture, our thanks for granting us the use of the green space for our upcoming outdoor activities. Ms. Carla Harris, we recognize your expertise and tireless work in ensuring all logistical matters were seamlessly handled. The staff of the Department of Education, thank you for your vital support with the logistics for our upcoming St. Martin trip. The Anguillian newspaper, web sound system, and clean stream, thank you for your dedicated coverage and for giving our activities a voice in this community. Ricky's Air Conditioning, for your steadfast support of our students. Excellence Ferry, our sincere thanks for your kind consideration in reducing fares for our trip to St. Martin. Anguilla Air and Seaport Authority and the Director of Port Authority St. Martin, for providing departure tax exemptions and making our travel possible. Pizza King, and All About You for your donation that was made accordingly. Birdford St. Martin and Kids Zone St. Martin for your warm welcome and accommodations for our students. The Department of Education bus drivers, including our SEN bus drivers and Mr. Vincent Nelson of St. Martin, thank you for your safe and reliable transportation of our students to and from their activities. To anyone who has assisted in any way, large or small, to make this week memorable, we say a heartfelt thank you. Together, we continue to reframe the future of students with special needs. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming out once again, and I would like to acknowledge Miss Joycelyn Johnson, again, Principal Assistant Secretary, for graciously accepting and presenting on behalf of Mrs. Shelley Rogers. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone for attending, and I wish you a great day. And I will officially say that the week of special educational needs is open. Thank you for coming.